Hello, princesses, and welcome back to Not Fit for Print Beauty with me, Rebecca. Today we are here to look at the brand new luxury eye palette in Pearl from Wayne Goss. That's right, the luxury eye palette in Pearl. I bought mine on Beautylish for $55, and you can too because it's linked below. And I want to talk a little bit about this. It's inspiration, do a little bit of comparison, and we're going to recreate the look that I'm wearing here for you today. This is the third eye palette and the best. I'm just going to let you know. It from Wayne Goss, who, as we know, is a talented makeup artist and a YouTube phenom, who also has his own collection of incredibly amazing handmade Japanese natural hair brushes and synthetic too brushes. And also now Wayne has gotten into the makeup realm. This is his third eyeshadow palette. I love them all, but they are getting better as they go. This one is inspired by bridal looks, kind of that summery romance really, and it's super pretty and easy to use. Wayne Goss makes sure to formulate his eyeshadow for every age. Whether you are young or mature, this will glide over your eyes. And correct me if I'm getting wrong, those of you who have gotten yours already, this is getting creamier and even easier to work with as we go. Wayne Goss famously does read comments and listen to all of the feedback, and he says he has been making changes based on that, especially if you'll notice we have no more pan of black shadow. When Wayne Goss started with his original eyeshadow palette, he had the Imperial Topaz palette, if you recall. He had a black shadow in there for defining and lining, and he stuck with that theme in the next palette, but this one he abandons it, and we get another shade in its place, which is actually kind of cool. And at first I was confused by it. I kind of like that, but now I do see the wisdom in it. We are going to definitely play with this and compare it. First thing I want to do is show it to you really well in the pan. Look at that. It's kind of pretty because it's a little different. We mix these rosy hues with some kind of deeper browner shades and topazy shades that are actually really pretty. And of course, as always, we have the celestial shade that just shines, and it's such a beautiful lid topper. I want to show it to you on my arm. Here it is. I just swatched it a moment ago. Here it is for your pleasure, left to right, and then bottom row left to right. So you can take a look at those there. So pretty. We also get a nice big mirror with which to apply it, which I have fingerprinted up in my own inimitable style, of course. One of you guys actually caught me before I filmed, and sometimes you can do that, and made a request for a swatch comparison, and she wanted to see it next to another palette that's making people, there's a big furor over right now, and everybody's trying to clamor over, I should say, and everyone's trying to get it, and that's the Rose Prisme or Pop Dust from Tom Ford. I don't think they're all that similar, to be entirely honest with you, but let's take a look at them next to each other on my arm so you could take a look there and see what you think, and if you think they are at all similar. I don't think so, but I mean, I suppose they're in the same color family, so I guess you could say that. But we have the Tom Ford palette over on the right and Wayne Goss on the left. Now here's the funny thing about this palette. I have not watched any other reviews, so you have to tell me. This guy is a little tough to open sometimes. I don't know why. I got it right open when I got it, and then I've been fighting with it off camera, and then it opens fine, and then I've been having trouble opening it. So do pop a comment below and just let me know if I'm just kind of a weakling. I mean, I guess I am. Look at At any rate, it's in there and it's safe, so I know nothing will happen to it. But I don't really think it looks at all like the Tom Ford palette, so if you bought that Pop Dust or Rose Prisme palette, I don't think there are any similarities between them, except that they're both kind of a gentle wash of color. I like this Wayne Goss one better if you're trying to decide between the two. Let me just be honest with you. Tom Ford's not listening. I think we're safe. So what I want to do now is go back in time to when I had nothing on my eyes, and we are going to create this beautiful, if I do say so myself, look that I have created today. And then we're going to come back and talk a little bit about this $55 luxury palette in Pearl from Wayne Goss at Beautylish. So stay right there. I am so looking forward to getting this on my eyes, so let's get to it. I'm going to try to use as many colors as I can, and I got some Wayne Goss brushes here. Let's start, I don't mean to be boring, sorry, but let's start here, and let me just kind of set my concealer and just put this all over my eyes, just kind of a lip slightly lighter than my skin shade, and just in a nice fluffy motion. There, easy. Okay, then I'm gonna, sorry, I got excited there. I took another Wayne Goss brush, and I'm gonna go into this lovely, beautiful kind of rosy pink shade. Just tap it off just a tad. Look how pretty that is. I'm just kind of placing it there, and then I'm going to kind of swirl around. Remember, I have hooded eyes, as I always remind you, so I do go up a little bit higher just because when I'm looking at you and I open my eyes, you wouldn't see anything then. So I have to go up just a tad bit higher because of that. And if you have hooded eyes, you should do that too. You know, it's interesting. We use these terms like as if everybody knows. Hooded eyes, in case you don't know, and please forgive me, I'm not speaking down to you if you know already. We just have so many different levels here. Hooded eyes are when you look straight ahead. This part of the eye kind of covers what we call the mobile lid, you know, the lid that closes and opens. And I have somewhat hooded eyes. They're not 100% hooded, but they're hooded enough, trust me. So many of us do, so many famous celebrities, so many, it's not any sort of a flaw or anything like that. I'm going to dip into a quick rougher brush here, and I'm going to run the same rosy color underneath the eyes. At any rate, I carry the color up a little bit higher because when you're looking directly at me, you won't see it. If not, okay, I'm going to save the same rougher brush, and I'm going to go into this beautiful darker color down here in the middle. It'd be nice if I'd show you, huh? And I'm just going to pat that onto the outer portion. And I love this because it is inspired by weddings, and it's so soft and so romantic. And also for me, mistake proof, because as we know, Wayne Goss makes shades for every age, every eyelid, every person. And it is mistake proof. I really feel, you know, if I forgot to tap off my brush, if I did it, you know, they build, and it's not, they're not washed out. They just kind of look pretty and build over each other. And this is very subtle. Very, very subtle and very, very pretty. I'm going to take that again and just go under a little bit here. I'm trying to figure out, I know I'm going to put this beautiful ethereal topper there on the very, very top of it. But geez, you know what I think I'm going to do? I'm going to take a little tiny brush here, and I'm going to go in just to this shade here so we can use that and just put that kind of in the middle there. And fix it with my hands. That's my favorite makeup brush, is my hands. And maybe a little bit even under the eye. I'm just kind of getting silly and playing now. This almost could be used as a highlighter, couldn't it? This little pretty shade here. Gosh, so pretty. Okay, and then I'm going to take my finger and just go in there. So we didn't use this shade right here, but that would be a whole other look. And look at how pretty that is. Just kind of almost a duochrome, or so it appears on the lid, topper shade. Wow. I am super impressed with how pretty that is, but I do want to add a little bit of Wayne Goss liner and some Wayne Goss mascara. We're all Wayne today, so stay right there. Now that's a pretty eyeshadow palette. I added in a little bit of Wayne Goss's liner and his new mascara, and I'm so happy with this look. It's sophisticated enough for an evening out, but so easy and carefree for the day. You don't even have to add. I added a celestial shade on top, but you don't even have to do that. You could just wear it as is. And I didn't even go into all of the shades. So this is just absolutely gorgeous. I'm really thrilled with it. I think that these palettes are getting better as we go. I really was a big fan of the pan with the black shadow in it, but I can actually now see the point in getting rid of it. It gave us another shade. But it kind of gave us this brown shade, which could also kind of act like a liner and a deepener. So I don't really think we're missing it. So I am very impressed. I do think these shadows are getting more and more kind of creamy feeling and even easier to use as Wayne Goss listens to all the feedback and as we go along. So I am quite pleased. I'd like to know if you got yours or if it's on the way to you and what your thoughts are, of course. So do leave a comment. And if you enjoyed this video, which I hope you did, please give it a thumbs up. If you haven't already done so, please subscribe to my channel, and I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.